made directed to the family. That was your local news headlines and Daily Record. I'm Sydney Allen reporting with KROS.
It just makes sense. Today, more and more people are choosing to plan their funerals in advance. We found our families think it makes sense for 3 basic reasons. You can relieve an emotional burden from those you love, you can express your own wishes, and you can relieve the financial burden from those you love as well. This is Mary Rupp. For more pre-planning information, contact me at the Snell's-Ording Funeral Homes and Crematory in Clinton. I can help.
Absolute pleasure to have in studio with us folks from the Fulton High School Drama Department. Some of the veterans, we got one newbie at the end. We're going to talk to him a little bit later on. We're going to start at the far end and work on down. Your name and your involvement in the theater.
My name is Kaedence Kreider, and this production, I'm just an actor, not helping backstage.
And how long have you been involved in theater? All 4 years at the high school? And what made you do something like this?
Well, she was in it first for a little while, and then I started helping just with tickets. But then my sophomore year, I started to do in plays.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about being in the theater?
I like practices, like when we're like having fun backstage, like where you can't see.
Okay, and you are?
Ella Holmbo.
Okay, now both of these, 4 of you again have been in, so tell us a little bit about your role in this.
So in this play, I play Princess and Queen. Just smaller roles this time, and I've been helping a little backstage with like moving props when they need help and things like that.
And you've been involved in theater all 4 years?
Yep, all 4 years.
And you drug her into it?
Yes, I did.
Very good. What have you gained from this experience of being on stage?
Well, I've made a lot of new friends, and it definitely helps your confidence grow because now I can like go and talk in front of crowds and not be super scared because I've done it a lot with theater and everything.
All right, very good. Let's move on down the line. Finally, we got to find out what the production is. We'll let you tell everybody what it is.
So our production this year is the Brothers Grimm Spectaculathon. It is a collection of some of the Brothers Grimm stories kind of pieced together. We have such hits such as the story of Rapunzel, Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella, Princess and the Frog, and some more niche ones like Johannes. Fateful Johannes is the name of it.
Okay, well, you folks don't remember this cartoon, but it used to be called Fractured Fairy Tales, and it was based on the Brothers Grimm. That was always kind of fun. You are going on to theater, I understand.
Yes, I am.
Tell us about that.
In the fall, I'm going to Columbia College Chicago, which is in Chicago. I'm going to be majoring in theater, arts, and production, where I'm hopefully going to specialize in lighting and sound technologies.
Okay, so not much on stage, but more behind the curtain. Okay, very good. Who's next?
I'm Lucas Outzen. I'm going to be playing a fisherman named Chet Dobre in the play.
So talk a little bit about your role.
Basically, there's like a little fishing tournament going on, and I'm a side commentator. That's supposed to be pretty funny. So,
you've been in theater all these years as well. What have you gained from your experience?
Definitely meeting a lot more people than I thought I would meet, and definitely learning how to public speak better.
So, a senior, all of you are seniors. Do you try to get the youngsters, students involved in theater?
Yeah, I try my hardest to get them in.
Is it working?
I think so.
Okay, very good. And finally, slide the microphone on over, lean into the microphone. New to the studio, please give us your name.
My name is Lucas Hartman, and in this play I am playing as Dwarf 1.
Dwarf 1, you're not a dwarf, you're pretty tall. You're not being typecast at all.
No, not this time around.
So, have you been involved in theater all 4 years?
No, I started my sophomore year with the fall play that year.
Okay, now, and do you involved with putting the stage together as well as being on the stage?
This time around, no. I have helped in the past with helping backstage, but this time I'm just on stage.
Okay, and what have you gained from this?
I've met a lot of new people. I've learned to memorize better. I have some trouble with that sometimes, and I've just been able to speak aloud a lot better.
I think that would be the hardest. We're going to go down the row one more time. Talk about how do you memorize the lines?
So I use a Quizlet to memorize my lines. So I type like the line before mine and then type mine and just kind of flash through them over and over and over again.
Okay. So what about you? What's your technique?
I typically do the same thing. I'll make some flashcards to memorize my lines, and I also make my brother run through them with me to help me.
Okay, and what about you?
I typically just read the script over and over and over until it's all in my head.
Okay, and what about you, Lucas?
I kind of do the same thing, except I don't actually get my lines memorized till like the week of, so.
Putting a little pressure on yourself?
Yeah.
Have you ever forgotten a line?
No.
Oh, well, that's pretty good then. What about you? How do you do this?
I typically get someone to say my lines before the line that I have, and then I try to remember what mine is based off of that and say it from there.
Well, thank you all for coming in. So we got to let the folks know, and who's going to tell them when, where, and how they can get involved. Looks like they're all pointing towards you, the theater major.
So when our show, it is this weekend, May 3rd and 4th, different than what we usually do. So this time we have a Saturday show at 7 p.m. and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m.
Okay, will tickets be available at the door?
Tickets will be available at the door. Is it?
$5 for students, $8.
It'll be $5 for students, $8 for adults.
All right, very good. You're going to be in the East Gymnasium, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you like working on that stage? Is it a big enough stage for you?
Could be bigger. Could be bigger.
Well, thank you all, and break a leg, everybody.
Thank you.
Rest Ave Care and Rehabilitation in Morrison, Illinois has an outstanding and compassionate therapy team providing superior skilled care. They work hard to get you back home. Rest Ave offers private rooms with private showers, exceptional care, and social activities. Rest Ave practices their beliefs that families come first and residents are cherished, loved, and treated